Wow. Oh, man, this is a treat just to watch him right now. I'm sure the fans is having a great time seeing this.
The flashes of the prime pass, 7 seconds or less days. Ball in his hands, back off the ricochet and lays it in. Now going back to what you were mentioning about Kawamura. Now, for the Bulls, you have a player like Jameer Young, who had that two-way contract, and he had maybe one of the games of Summer League in the last game for Chicago with his 40 points. But great pass inside, and Pereira's scoop goes through. Of course, right now he's one of the few restricted free agents who are out there. With the way the current market is, restricted free agency feels like it's a bit on hold as they try to.
He's worked on his threes now, and he's confident shooting his three. And you don't know how to play. I mean, now it's just about pick your poison, what you want to do on the offensive end.
Bounce in a step. That's on the setup for McGriff.
Not being able to become a good shooter, and now defenses can't even close out on you because they're closing out short.
Thunder is put back. Cameron McGriff to go, third quarter. Chicago 76, Utah 55. McGriff step back, triggers a three, and bullseye.
Guy's going to be at all times, and he's just making play after play again for his 10th assist.
He's building the bill at the end of the third. He feels good. The fans feel good with some of those.
Well, this is his opportunity for sure, because guys like Keyshawn George, Alex Sarr, Bub Carrington, Trey Johnson not playing in this one. Not that he didn't get a lot of run. He was basically the sixth man in those scenarios earlier at Summer League, but this is his time to put the pedal to the metal.
Yeah, an opportunity for other guys to make an impression on the coaching staff.
First lead here for the Wizards. Corner three from McGriff, no good. Rebound Watkins. Davis finds Collier. Got 2 point guards out there. Sanogo on the DHO action. To find Collier, now to Apemis. Takes the bump. Passes it back out to McGriff. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Launches the grenade, and that's a shot clock violation.
Throughout this year, so again, I like the fact that that Collier's still playing in game 4. I like the fact that he's still playing, but more importantly, I like that they're coaching him hard and expecting the most from him.
Collier to the corner. McGriff is open. In and out. Pierre with the board. But Collier to inbound. No go. Here's Harkless again. Finds McGriff, who shoots it. McGriff, no. Sanogo with the board. He gets the bump, and he'll go to the free throw line.
Majority of his damage at Oral Roberts University. Mastermind a huge upset in the NCAA tournament.
Asmus in there with Collier in the backcourt. Shot 40% from 3.
And really shooting is the area of concern for Leakey. If he's able to add the three-point shot, he could definitely be a 3-and-D guy at the NBA level.
Because he's got the D part down for sure. McGriff. Collier to the corner. What a pass to Goodwin.
You got to make that.
Yeah, he didn't finish, but Asmus picks it up. McGriff from way downtown. No good. John Johnson with the flush. McGriff determined to get this one up. Wild shot is no good, but Goodwin somehow comes up with it, and then he throws it away.
McGriff was on a minutes restriction Saturday. Looks like he has the same rotation. Osifu, too hot to handle. Collier going the other way. Control the hole. They call him Ghostbusters, and McGriff looking to be in control, but he's not there. Converts to 4-point play. And that's a third of the Spurs' points here in the quarter, so a much-needed basket and a much-needed free throw.
Getting back to Filipowski, I really like him. I think he can be a guy that, averages anywhere between 13, 14, even 15 points a game in this league just because the offensive skill set is so unique for a guy his size.
McGriff puts it up way short.
That play right there.
And a nice finish on the other end. So after being down 18-6, it's a quick 8-3 spurt here by the Spurs. McGriff pass Harper. Harper went for the...
Always trying to find the balance of game flow and accuracy. And that's one of the reasons that when you win the first challenge and get a second challenge, you still lose that timeout, because flow to the game is important. You know, players don't want to get stale. That's not good for the game. And we think that we found the right balance, but the competition committee is constantly aware of how more technology and the effect it has.
Think about it.
Yeah, I mean, it was awesome. I mean, a playoff run like that, to have a performance that, you know, just trying to be at your best when your best is needed, and it's fun to be a part of a team that, you know, comes together and does something special like that. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. The whole garden change size, you know, learn how to get your shot off, you know, how much space you need, that kind of stuff. But then the pace of the game is a little different, you know, especially now. You know, when I first got into the NBA, I mean, obviously back when you were there, the pace was a little slower. Now you watch these games and you're like, it's a track meet. You know, guys are playing so fast, and, you know, shots that might not have been the same when, you know, you were playing or back when I started are now like great shots for guys.
Minutes on the glass. 7-point Spurs lead. McGriff, tween, right through Minix. Too hard, gets his own rebound.
Shooting, but his playmaking and his on-ball defense and ability to create things with his speed, they were evident.
See what they do in these last 16 seconds. Quick jack, straightaway three, no good.
Technology, you want it to add to the game without detracting from the flow. But since on out of bounds, we were looking at the play anyway. To not do, then we should be held accountable, because we don't want defenders placed at an unfair advantage, because as you mentioned, Tim, the skill set has grown so immensely amongst, you know, all the players in the G League, all the players in the NBA. There's always been skill.
As soon as you walk in the arena, if he's anywhere around.
Off the miss, here come the Warriors. All you're out front. Going to work with 2 on the clock. McGriff, it'll count. Halfway down and out.
Real warrior. So I'm going to the Coliseum screaming Maximus, and like, my tall guy said he's not real.
Did you see Gladiator 2?
I did.
Not as good.
Not as good.
We'll leave the movie reviews for later. When you think back to this last season, what did you...
Only Steph Curry has made more threes than him over the last, I think it's 5 or 6 years. And that speaks volumes when you're on the same list as Steph Curry. And he's a real team guy.
You know, you have to be willing to sprint from point A to point B for long periods of time, and Buddy Hield definitely wants to do that.
All out of bounds, it'll stay at that end.
And, you know, so, you know, they're killing it out here, doing what they're supposed to do, so.
What do you like about the way that you played last week?
Man, I think, you know, like I said, we put in a lot of work.
Game 2, they typically settle down. You saw that with Cooper Flag.
Yes.
From game 1 to game 2.
Golden State's lead is at 14 with a little over 3 minutes to go. Sanogo, our entire NBA brethren and family in one place.
That's the best part of it, honestly. Yeah. It's the one time you're going to be able to do it. Everybody gathered and also in a more relaxed mindset than there would be a lot of times during the regular season. So Utah came out trying to impede his progress. He has settled down, and he's done a much better job being strong through all that pressure.
Wow. There's Madsen coming to his left. Boy, Cody Williams using that reach you just talked about, partner.
He completely, and he stunted that time on Madsen. He made Madsen think he was pitching on the lane, trying to bait him into that.
Sanogo with the outlet. They get into the front court quickly. McGriff walks into it.